Welcome to Hydrohaven, fellow garden enthusiasts. May is upon us, and it's one of the most exciting months in the gardening calendar. The soil is warming, the threat of frost is receding in many regions, and the growing season is hitting its stride. But let's be honest, gardening can sometimes feel overwhelming with all the tasks competing for our attention. That's why today, I'm sharing my tried-and-true lazy gardening approach for May, along with a comprehensive guide on what to plant now for a bountiful harvest later. Whether you're a busy parent, working professional, or simply someone who wants maximum results with minimum effort, this guide is for you. The essence of lazy gardening isn't about cutting corners, it's about working smarter, not harder. It's about understanding nature's rhythms and letting them do much of the work for you. As I've discovered over years of gardening at Hydrohaven, plants actually want to grow. Our job is simply to create favorable conditions and then step back, intervening strategically rather than constantly. The beauty of May is that nature is fully awake and eager to collaborate with us. Temperatures are moderate, rainfall is usually adequate, and sunlight hours are increasing daily. This means less supplemental watering, less protection from extreme conditions, and more natural growth momentum. By aligning our efforts with these natural advantages, we can achieve remarkable results with surprisingly little effort. The foundation of successful lazy gardening begins with proper preparation, and May offers perfect conditions for setting yourself up for a season of minimal maintenance. Start by spending one dedicated day on bed preparation. This upfront investment will save countless hours later. Rather than tilling the entire garden, consider the no-dig approach. Simply layer compost or well-rotted manure about 2 to 3 inches thick over your existing soil. This feeds your soil ecosystem, suppresses weeds, and improves moisture retention without the backbreaking work of digging. For established beds, a quick weeding session followed by a fresh layer of compost is all you need. Remember, healthy soil means healthy plants, and healthy plants naturally resist pests and diseases, saving you from constant intervention later. If you're starting new beds, consider sheet mulching, laying cardboard directly over grass, then adding layers of compost, leaves, and mulch. By the time your seedlings are ready to plant, the ground beneath will be weed-free and nutrient-rich. Nothing says lazy gardening quite like setting up systems that water your plants for you. May is the perfect time to install simple irrigation solutions before summer heat intensifies. Soaker hoses laid throughout your garden beds and connected to a timer represent the ultimate hands-off approach to watering. They deliver moisture directly to the root zone, minimize evaporation, and dramatically reduce water usage compared to overhead sprinklers. For container gardens, consider self-watering systems or water reservoirs. Even simpler, group containers together to create a microclimate that retains humidity and reduces watering frequency. One of my favorite lazy watering hacks is to bury unglazed terracotta pots with their drainage holes plugged next to thirsty plants, filling these reservoirs just once or twice a week. The porous clay slowly releases water exactly where it's needed. If there's one practice that defines lazy gardening, it's generous mulching. Apply a 3 to 4 inch layer of organic mulch around all your plants once they're established. This single act suppresses weeds, conserves moisture, moderates soil temperature, and slowly feeds your soil as it breaks down. In May, when weed seeds are eager to germinate, a thick mulch layer can eliminate nearly 80% of your weeding chores. Straw, leaf mold, grass clippings, or wood chips all make excellent mulches. For the truly lazy approach, consider living mulches, low-growing plants like clover or creeping thyme that cover bare soil, suppress weeds, and often provide additional benefits like attracting pollinators or fixing nitrogen. Just be sure to leave a small mulch-free zone immediately around plant stems to prevent rot issues. May offers a garden transition period where both cool season and warm season crops can thrive. For the lazy gardener, focusing on high-yield, low-maintenance vegetables gives the best return on your limited energy investment. Root vegetables like carrots, beets, and radishes can all be direct sown now. Their care requirements are minimal, simply sow, thin once, and harvest when ready. Leafy greens including spinach, lettuce, and arugula also perform beautifully from May plantings, especially in regions where summer heat arrives gradually. These crops mature quickly, often in just 30 to 45 days, providing fast gratification with minimal effort. May is also the ideal time to transplant tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants once soil temperatures consistently reach 60 degrees Fahrenheit. These summer staples require initial care but become relatively self-sufficient once established. For the truly lazy approach, cherry tomatoes typically require less maintenance than larger varieties while still producing abundantly. Similarly, bush bean varieties eliminate the need for trellising while providing weeks of continuous harvests. Squash family crops including zucchini, cucumbers and melons thrive when planted in May. These vigorous growers will rapidly fill space and shade out potential weeds. For maximum laziness, give them ample room. Crowded plants invite disease problems that require intervention. Herbs represent the lazy gardener's dream crops. Most are perennial, drought-tolerant, and naturally pest-resistant. May is perfect for establishing basil, cilantro, dill, and annual herbs from seed, while hardier perennial herbs like rosemary, thyme, sage, and mint can be transplanted now. Grouping herbs near your kitchen door creates an effortless harvest zone requiring minimal effort to maintain yet providing maximum flavor returns. For flowers, consider easy care native varieties adapted to your region. They typically require less water, fertilizer, and pest management than exotic ornamentals. Sunflowers, zinnias, cosmos, and nasturtiums can all be direct sown in May, and will reward minimal effort with months of color. These flowers also attract beneficial insects that help control garden pests naturally, further reducing your workload. The strategic pairing of plants represents one of the smartest lazy gardening techniques. Certain plant combinations naturally deter pests, enhance growth, or optimize space usage. In May, when many plants are just getting established, thoughtful companion planting can prevent problems before they begin. Plant aromatic herbs like basil near tomatoes to repel tomato hornworms. Interplant marigolds throughout the garden to deter nematodes and other soil pests. Allow carrot tops to flower near your cucumber plants to attract predatory wasps that control cucumber beetles. These natural partnerships create a more resilient garden ecosystem that maintains itself with less intervention from you. Once your May plantings are established, adopt a minimal maintenance approach. Rather than daily garden visits filled with endless small tasks, schedule one weekly garden session. During this time, observe carefully before acting. Many perceived problems resolve themselves without intervention when plants are healthy and properly spaced. Water deeply but infrequently to encourage deep root growth and drought resistance. Feed with compost tea or diluted organic fertilizer monthly rather than weekly. Harvest regularly. This naturally encourages continued production in most vegetables and herbs. Remember that perfect-looking produce isn't necessarily better tasting, so relax your aesthetic standards and enjoy the unique character of homegrown food. Gardening should bring joy, not exhaustion. This May, embrace these lazy gardening techniques and discover how rewarding a more relaxed approach can be. Work with nature rather than against it, and you'll find yourself enjoying both the process and the abundant harvest. If you found these lazy gardening tips helpful, please consider subscribing to our Hydrohaven channel for more practical growing advice throughout the seasons. Share this video with fellow gardeners who could use a more relaxed approach to their May planting. Until next time, happy growing the lazy way.